Tapping your phone for coffee, splitting a bill in seconds? Let's be honest, digital payment apps are amazing. But what if that convenience is a trap? According to the FTC, Americans lost over $12.5 billion to fraud in 2024, a jaw-dropping 25% jump from the year before. And while things like investment scams were the biggest single category, scammers are increasingly turning payment apps and bank transfers into their personal ATMs. They have sophisticated new ways to turn these apps against you. So we're going to uncover the hidden risks you face every day and give you simple, concrete steps to make sure your money stays your money. Not long ago, the biggest threat was someone grabbing your wallet. The fix was easy. You'd call and cancel your cards. Simple. But now, our entire financial lives are packed into our phones, spread across company servers and floating in the cloud. We've swapped one point of failure for dozens. Think of your finances like a high-tech fortress. Your bank is the main vault, heavily guarded and tough to crack. But for convenience, we've installed dozens of side doors and windows. Every online store, food delivery app, and peer-to-peer service like Zelle, Venmo, or Cash App is another potential entry point. And while the digital wallets themselves use strong security like biometrics, the ecosystem around them is where the real danger is hiding. The apps don't advertise their weak spots, but criminals are exploiting them every single day. Let's get into the 3 biggest hidden risks you need to know about right now. The first and most invisible risk is what I call the data breach chain reaction. This is where the danger isn't on your phone, but on a server hundreds of miles away, owned by a company you barely remember buying something from. Here's the playbook. You buy something online. That retailer stores your name, email, maybe your card info. A year later, they get hacked. Cybercriminals grab that entire customer list and put it up for sale on the dark web. We've seen years with massive data breaches, exposing billions of user records. Now this is where the pros take over. They buy that data, but they don't just try the stolen card. That's amateur hour. They use your info to build a profile on you. They know your name, email, where you live, and what you like to buy. This becomes the fuel for a much more dangerous attack. A breach at one company creates a domino effect, painting a target on your back for years. The infamous Equifax breach didn't just leak data, it handed criminals the keys to impersonate 147 million people for life. That's the chain reaction. One weak link in your financial life makes everything else vulnerable. This leads us to the second and most personal risk, social engineering. This is all about tricking you into handing over your own money. Armed with data from all those breaches, scammers craft attacks that feel incredibly personal and real. It's no surprise that imposter scams are one of the most reported types of fraud and are on the rise. Let's talk about the accidental payment scam. You get a Venmo or Cash App notification, $500 received. A second later, a frantic message pops up. "Oh my God, I am so sorry. That was my rent money. I sent it to the wrong person. Can you please send it back?" You're a good person, so you do. Here's the catch. The original $500 came from a stolen credit card. When the real owner reports the fraud, the payment app reverses the transaction. The $500 they sent you vanishes. But the $500 you sent back, that's gone. Forever. You're left with a $500 hole in your account. Then there's the fake security alert. You get a text, supposedly from PayPal or your bank, that screams panic. Suspicious activity detected. Click here immediately to secure your account. The urgency is designed to make you act before you think. But that link goes to a perfect fake login page. The moment you type in your username and password, it's game over. Scammers have the keys to your account. The FTC confirms that these imposter scams work because they prey on our trust and our fear. The third major risk isn't on a distant server or from a con artist. It's on the device right in your hand. Public Wi-Fi and malware are 2 of the most overlooked dangers. When you connect to that free Wi-Fi at the coffee shop or airport, you might as well be broadcasting your financial data over a loudspeaker. Hackers use man-in-the-middle attacks to wedge themselves between you and the internet. intercepting everything, including your bank login. Even scarier, they set up evil twin networks. You see airport-free Wi-Fi and connect. It's actually a trap set by a hacker sitting a few gates away. Once you're on their network, they can push malware to your phone or send you to a fake banking site. This malware can be a keylogger, recording every password you type, or a fake app update that gives the hacker total control of your payment apps. This is why you should never do anything financial on public Wi-Fi. It's the digital equivalent of shouting your credit card number across a crowded room. Hearing all this is unsettling. It might make you want to swear off technology and go back to cash under the mattress. But you don't have to. Staying safe isn't about ditching convenience. It's about being smart and taking control. You know the risks. Now, here's how to build your defense. Go into the settings of every payment app on your phone. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Google Pay, and make sure a passcode, Face ID, or fingerprint is required for every single transaction. Many apps don't have this on by default. It's a critical layer of protection. If your phone is lost or stolen, this one setting stops a thief from immediately draining your accounts. It takes 30 seconds and is your first and most important line of defense. This is probably the most important advice in this entire video. When a payment app is linked to your debit card, fraud pulls money directly out of your bank account. Your cash is gone. But when you use a credit card, you're spending the bank's money. Credit cards have powerful, legally mandated fraud protections. While debit cards have some protections under Regulation E, they are not as robust, and getting your own money back is a much slower and more stressful process. If a scammer hits your credit card, you dispute the charge, and the bank fights for you, while you aren't out a dime. If a scammer hits your debit card, you get the limited protections under Regulation E, but time you dispute anything isn't as prioritized as for a credit card transaction. If it took you 2 days to report a fraudulent debit, you could lose all of your money. You can only save some if you report it before 60 days and get a complete refund if you report it before 2 days. Multi-factor authentication is the best way to stop your accounts from being hacked, even if someone steals your password. It means logging in requires 2 things: something you know, your password, and something you have, your phone, usually a code sent via text or an authenticator app. Turn on MFA for your payment apps, your email, and your bank. A password alone is a flimsy door lock. MFA is a deadbolt, a chain, and a guard dog. You are your best defense. Learn to spot the red flags. Scammers almost always create a sense of urgency. Your account is closing, a deal is expiring, a loved one is in trouble. Any message designed to make you panic is suspect. Check for bad grammar and spelling. Most importantly, never click links in texts or emails you didn't ask for. If you get a security alert, don't use the link. Go directly to the app or website yourself to see if there's a real problem. Be skeptical. A little suspicion is a powerful shield online. Finally, build some safe habits. First, like we discussed, stop using public Wi-Fi for anything involving money. Use your cellular data instead. It's much more secure. Second, only download apps from official sources like the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Third-party stores are a playground for malware. And last, use strong, unique passwords for every single financial account. If one site gets breached, you don't want criminals holding a master key to your entire life. Following these 5 steps will drastically shrink your risk of becoming a victim. The biggest weapon scammers have is our own unawareness of their game. They operate in the dark. If you found this useful, please do one thing. Share it with one person you care about. A parent, a friend, anyone. These scams prey on people who just don't know this stuff. By sharing it, you're not just helping them, you're helping to disrupt the scammer's business model. And for more tips on keeping your money and data safe, make sure to subscribe. Digital payments are here to stay, and they'll keep getting more convenient and risky, but you don't have to be afraid of them. By understanding the threats, the data breach chain reaction, the slick social engineering, and the vulnerabilities on your own device, you can see the attacks before they happen. And with this 5-step plan, you can build a powerful defense. Being safe isn't about being paranoid. It's about being prepared. And now,
You have the blueprint. Stay safe out there.